This evening, I would like to walk through a dashboard, or I would like to explain. I would like to explain a concept that e-commerce revenue drivers. Drivers means the KPI which affect the main KPI. So in this case, main KPI is the product revenue. So we try to understand what is the KPI tree that leads to the product revenue. So in our cases, product revenue is calculated by multiplication between quantity and average prices. If you multiply the quantity by the average prices, you should reach the product revenue. For example, our quantity has been increased by 68%, but the average price has been decreased by 33%. In that case, our product revenue has been increased by only 12%. If you look at here, this is the quantity. Quantity calculated by the unit purchase and the average quantity in the basket. So average quantity in the basket has been increased by 60%, while the unit purchase is stable, just 6% of increases. And if you look at the product detail view, we has been decreased a bit, which means we pulled a bit little amount of traffic from the previous period, which is, if you look at here, this is the last 14 days. And in that case, this dashboard showing the previous 14 days in comparison. So this is almost stable, but there is only 5% of decrease in the product detail page view, but the buy to detail rate has been increased by 11%. And that is why we have 6% more increase, 6% more unit purchase. But the main increase has been got from average quantity, and that leads to overall quantity, but the average price has been decreased significantly. So that is why we don't have enough revenue increase. So this is the simple KPI tree for the product revenue. You can understand the main drivers and sub drivers that leads to a product revenue. So it will allow you to optimize the root cause, so you can you can increase the main KPI. So this is the important one. We can filter this KPI tree by the various dimensions. For example, these are the source medium. We can look at any source medium we can filter by the any source medium. For example, if you look at the source medium 2, just source medium 1. So this is the total revenue, product revenue comes from source medium 1. You will have the actual source medium here, but I couldn't show the actual source. So to not show you the actual client data, but you can see that there's only 10% of increase. But look at here, buy to detail rate has been decreased significantly. And average price is same, comes from the source medium 1. But look at here, the quantity has been increased. That is because the average quantity has been increased by significantly. So these are the landing pages. So this is the lender, second lender bring the most revenue to us. Look at here. If you filter the users who came from the source medium 1 and use the lenders too, look at here, the average price has been decreased by 60%, which was it was around £200 in average per product, but it has been decreased significantly. So the product revenue is stable because we have selling much more amount of product, but unit purchase is stable, but we are selling 20% more quantity in the same basket. So you can see the relationship between the KPIs to understand the main drivers. So I click here and click here, and this is a simple version of the KPI tree. But if you want to see more details, we have another page which is detailed KPI tree or detailed drivers. We have same KPIs, same visualization here, but we have more columns in the table. So you can understand that our paid search brings £200 product revenue in the last 14 days. And here is the average prices and the quantity in the basket. So in that way, you can able to see the more details, and you can analyze your e-commerce performance, the revenue drivers more deeply with these tables. Every table has a filter function. So if you click here, for example, you are filtered all the page with the only paid search. And these are the lenders. If you click one lenders, then you can see 140, which is here. Revenue comes from last 14 days. And you can see the trend of, look at here, there is a peak. There should be something here. So this is just for the analyzing dashboard, and this dashboard will help you to analyze your product revenue and to help you to optimize actually the product revenue by knowing exactly which sub KPI keeping you behind. In this example, average price, you should look at more closely in the average price. Maybe you are selling product by a less price, not so pricey product. So maybe this is the cause. You have much more. You have more conversion rate, but higher conversion rate, but product revenue is stable.